Let's go.
Dr. Rosie Milligan, one of the most sought-after speakers on the circuit today. Her live internet talk show, Express Yourself, is the most provocative, thought-provoking, and talked-about radio show on the internet. There's no holds barred, and Dr. Milligan puts the B in bold. She brings it every Tuesday live at 10 a.m. Pacific and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Dr. Rosie has been proclaimed the most provocative female writer of the century. Her books include Satisfying the Black Man and Black Woman Sexually Made Simple, Why Black Men Choose White Women, and the book Nigga Please. These books have raised eyebrows across the country. She has authored 21 books and published 350 titles for authors nationwide. Check Dr. Rosie out at drrosie.com for her books, articles, and archives of her internet talk show. Sit at the feet of wisdom. Dr. Milligan is indeed a timekeeper and scorekeeper. She is the clock, calendar, and almanac for Black America. You need to hear her.
Top of the morning. You'll listen to the Express Yourself Hour. I am your host, Dr. Rosie, coming to you live with nothing but straight talk. Yes, that's how we do it around here. My co-hosts are the wonderful, you guys know him, Mr. Keith Swanson. I call him the AI man. We've been calling him that for 2 years, and nobody have caught up with Keith. He's been in the crowd. He's been talking. He's been speaking to you. He didn't change his voice, no, but you didn't catch him. You're supposed to catch him, hold him, call me, let me know you got some money in the pot. I'm taking money off the pot because you guys are just, you just don't get it. Keith, how are you?
I'm doing good for an AI.
All right. AI is on the move. Wow. And I just heard the other day that AI would be passing medicine to patients. Can you believe that?
Do it because a lot
I'm not taking no medicine from AI.
Why not?
I don't know. They probably get it right.
The doctor does the same thing. When you give him some symptoms, he looks it up in the book and he gives you the medication. What's the difference?
They're going to be filling the prescription in the pharmacy, isn't that? Woo-hoo.
It's the same thing. It's not that big a difference.
Well, it is. I mean, that's kind of, you're saying the AI is a doctor. Is he? No. A doctor's supposed to give.
He know about as much as some of them.
Basically, if you get a blood test in a hospital, okay, it's the AI that checks the blood. It's not a technician.
Yeah, and they're much better with reading x-rays, I understand. But anyway, you guys, Keith is your AI man. Y'all see if you can get it.
That's the AI talking, defending them.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I'm getting better at it. So.
Yeah. And my other co-host is Shawana Bordenay. She's the real estate guru. She buy houses, sell houses, flip houses, skip houses. I wonder if she clean her house. I'm just playing.
You know,
she probably pays somebody to do that.
I do have someone to clean it, but I do clean it.
Okay. You pick up before they get there, huh, Shawana?
Exactly. You know, and I think, why do you have them?
I know this lady asked me about coming in. She wanted to clean my house. I told her yes, but after you straighten up first. Anyway, you guys.
Someone needs to mute their phone.
Yes.
Call, you got to mute your phone, otherwise.
Mute your phone so they'll hang up on you.
They'll hang up on you.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Someone still unmuted. Please unmute. Okay, you have to call back. The technician had to drop you because you were unmuted. Well, today, you guys, we have a great topic. I mean, it is a great topic. And I don't want anybody calling up here when I get through it talking bull manure. That's a new word. That's keeping it clean, right?
Close.
That's close.
That's
okay.
Funny.
Bull manure. That's why I don't call it.
It does rhyme, though.
Oh, my God. That's funny.
It sounds like a bar, as they say.
I'm trying to be nice because I know we're going to get some calls today. We are talking about when to pull the plug in any and all relationships. When to pull the plug. You know, many are sick. Many folks are dead due to toxic relationships. So I'm saying to you today, pull out, run out, jump out, skip out, get out any way you can or else. Move from these toxic relationships. Pull out. Now, here's the thing. Our mental health has much to do with our physical well-being. When your relationship is no longer working or has no chance of recovery, I'm going to repeat that. When your relationship, I don't care who it's with, has no chance of recovery after many attempts, and when the relationship becomes toxic to the point that your mental well-being become unbalanced, it's time to end that relationship. You may say, well, Dr. Milligan, what if it's my mother? I don't care who it is. If it's your parents, your spouse, your lover, your child, your sibling, your friend, your job, your church, yes, that's what I said. Get the hell out. What's love got to do with it? When you're sick, physically, mentally, or dead, then what does love have to do with it? So today, we're going to hit it hard. I know a lot of you out there, feel me. I know a lot of you out there been hanging on and dragging on and pulling on. Unplug. I don't care who it is. Unplug if you want to live. Unplug. Particularly if you want to live a happy life. The life that's been created for you. To be the person that you were born to be. But you got a titty sucker hanging on you, sucking you dry. I ain't playing today, okay? Don't call up here talking bull manure. I ain't playing today. Pull the plug. That's what I said. Pull the plug. I don't care who it is. Let me tell you. You may say, how do I know when it's impacting me? Let me give you some symptoms. If every time, I'm going to start with your parent, I don't care who it is, whoever it is, when every time they call you, you just feel physically sick, or you feel tired, you feel drained every time they come in your presence. You say, now, you ain't supposed to feel that way if it's your husband. You can feel that way with anybody. You get a headache after talking to them. You get neck pain. You get short of breath sometimes. You lose your appetite. Can't eat after you talk to them. You having difficulty sleeping, you notice at night every time these people are in your presence or when you have a conversation with them. So I want you to start thinking about how you feel after you have conversation with certain people or when you're in that presence. And each time you have those same symptoms. When you get off the phone or when they leave your house, you feel sad, you feel depressed, because they're always negative. They don't ever have anything good to say. They're always bringing you bad news. You need to plug. You need to unplug, pull away from those people. Now, you guys, you weren't put here to be the garbage disposal. And next time somebody call you with a lot of trash, tell them the city dump is closed. Tell them the city dump is closed and you've gotten into the construction business. You're no longer in that business. Because people would dump so much on you. Shawana, you ever had somebody dump so much on you? And
oh,
you
my
got
gosh.
phone,
Dr. Rose.
your neck was hurting?
Dr. Rose, yes. Yes. I have. And when you were describing all of that, I was like, and your shoulders are down. When someone, you don't need that. I was just reading somewhere that they said if you see flags, if you have 10 flags, 10 green flags for that person, and you see 2 red ones, pay attention to those 2 red flags because those 2 red flags are more important than those 10 green flags that say move on. Get rid of them if those red flags are there because you don't need to mess your life up holding on to something that's not meant to be. You know, you have to let go. You have to.
You can't be cordial. You can't be all you can be with the people that's loving to you because you've allowed all this dump from this negative person pulling from you, who destroying your life. Now you can't be nice to the other folks who you should be nice to because once you develop that attitude, that mentality, everybody gets it. You know, people say when you go to work, they always say, well, look, when you go to work, leave whatever's at home at home. That's just a saying. You take it with you. It goes with you. You cannot separate it. That's why you have to get it out of your life. And I know people say, well, I think you're a little rough. You know, you can't do that. If it's your parents, there are people out there got parents that make you sick. Now, y'all know what I'm talking about. There are people got
Mhm.
parents who make them sick, who make them uh, even can't have a decent relationship with their husband or their kid because you done got off the phone with your mama.
Mhm.
Mhm.
That don't make no sense. Folks,
None.
I don't care what you've been told. I know you will. You know, turn the other cheek. I can turn the other cheek, but you sure don't have to be in my face when I turn it. You know, we allow our spirituality to make us become doormats when at the same time the Bible says you are the head and not the
And
tail.
not the tail.
Come on, Shawana,
Amen.
you know the Bible now.
Amen.
So
You
why
know
you
it.
gonna be acting like
You're on top
the
and not
tail?
the bottom.
Exactly.
Yes.
So why are you allowing people to cut your days off,
Mhm.
Mm.
to ruin your health, to cause you
I
high
did
blood
it.
pressure? You did
I
it.
did it.
You can
I did it.
testify.
So
Come
I'm
on,
telling you, don't
talk
do
to
it. Don't do
Mhm.
it. You got me getting chills over here, Dr. Rosie, because we get stuck. We get scared. We're scared of what? We're scared of the unknown, thinking that this is the better spot to be. It is not the better spot to be. God has something more for you. You have to let go of something that does not belong to you. If someone brings negativity in your life, they have to go. You have to know it's not meant. Even though it looks good, it feels good, it smells good, you have to let it go. You have to let it go. You have to realize it's not worth it. I did it. I mean, I'm telling you, how would my life have changed if I would have done something different? I mean, I'm good, but these last years, the last 13 years of my life, I've been living my life of choice, not just living someone else's life telling me what to do.
you've
So
been
it
living
has
on your
been good.
terms, right? You've
I've
been
been living
living
on
on
my
your terms.
terms. Yes.
So
Amen.
the
Mhm.
question becomes to those who are listening: are you living on your terms?
Mhm.
Some people, everything they have done, that the vocation they chose
Mhm.
was somebody else's. Your daddy
Yep.
said, well, you know, I'm a doctor, I want you to be a doctor. I'm a lawyer, I want you to be a lawyer. You know,
Mhm.
I'm a gangbang, I want you to be in the gang. It goes all the way. I'm a
Yeah.
police officer, I want you to be. When are you going to ask God, what did he create you for?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Because you will never be happy as long as you live in somebody else's dream. So,
Mhm.
folks, we want you to understand that it's time to pull the plug. I
Mhm.
mean, it's too rough. I mean, in this society where you're looking at inflation is high, you're looking at unemployment, you're looking at hope, you're looking at all kind of stuff around you, with your family, your friend, and then I mean, just enough to, and let me go back, unplug from that damn television,
Mhm.
unplug, cause it can make you sick too. You sit up and watch all that negativity coming up at 11, then you hear it again. Folks, you don't understand what negativity does to your psyche. Unplug. It's okay not to watch. There are times that I go weeks, never turn the TV on.
Mhm.
Folks, you can do unplug from anything that can impact you physically or mentally. Again, I'm going to repeat. I don't care who it is. I don't care your mom, your daddy, your spouse, your children. Oh, but I brought them into the world. Yeah, and they ain't
Mhm.
gonna take. I brought them in, and they ain't gonna take me out. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm just saying, folks. They can take you out. I'm gonna go back. Many people are sick, and many are dead due to toxic relationships. Pull out, run out, skip out, jump out. Get how other way can you get out, Shawan? Is there another way out? We said pull, run, skip, jump.
And what was it?
Oh,
The old
good.
song, 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover?
Okay,
Right.
okay. You better find one of them and get on up out of there. Whether you're walking in the
Mhm.
car, on the train, on the bus, I don't care how you
Mhm.
have to leave, folks.
Mhm.
Life is
Yeah.
precious, and you have to treat it like it's precious. Let me
Yeah.
give the
Yeah.
telephone number out because there may be someone out there who about ready to get out, jump out, pull out, and feel like, well, I can't because I don't make enough money. I will sleep in my car before I stay with a fool. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
I will sleep in my car before I stay with a fool that's killing me. At least I'm alive. Okay.
Right.
The number is 310-9. What's the number, Keith? I done got so carried away. 310.
928-7733.
Yes. 310-928-7733. 310-928-7733.
773.
Or you can email. You know, if you're on a job, you don't want the folks hear what you're saying, you can email us here a question. innerlightradio@yahoo.com. Yes, you can do that. So give us a call. Holler if you hear me. If you're out there, holler if you hear me. I think we have a call on hold 323, and we have one from 214. Open your mic and jump in here. Yes. Okay, come on, caller. Talk to me.
Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Anthony.
Hi, Dr.
I'm sorry for this. Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I like this topic. I have definitely committed the rest of my life to distance myself from toxic people and stop allowing those kind of people to control my life. And I have to do a lot of removing. And that means blocking some people from my phone and just getting away. And I have less years ahead of me than I do behind, and I want to spend those days in peace and harmony.
So you believe in getting out, skipping out, run out, slip out, day by day, by night, walk, bicycle, train, however you got to go.
Parachute out, take a paddle boat, whatever.
See, that was a new one.
I've been doing
parachute out. I like that.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can still, I believe that, you can still love those people, if they're family or whatever. You can still love them. If you need to support them when it's time. If you choose to, you can. But you do not have to let their toxicity affect your life. And nope. It took me too many years to get to this point to realize, you know what? I don't have to have these people in my life. Not my daily life. But they can definitely count on me when it's time, when need be. But we just got to do it. It's so important for our mental health and our emotional health.
I like what you said about the fact it doesn't mean that you're really exiting that person out of your life. Okay? You just unplugging the relationship that you have with that person. I want you guys to understand that. And Dr. Andre brought it right on the head. You are exiting the relationship that you have with that person. It doesn't mean if I say unplug from your mother, unplug from your child, it doesn't mean that you're not going to help them. It doesn't mean if there's time and need you won't be there for them. But you have to keep them out of your space. The old folks say, feed them with a long-handled spoon.
Keep them out of your energy, because that's where it is.
Out of your energy.
Out of your energy, because a lot of times what we do, we allow their problems or their energy to come into ours, right? And we take it too seriously, right? Instead of, keeping them out of your energy, looking at them objectively and handling the problem. I don't have to, if there's something I need to do for you, I don't have to get up, I don't have to get up into your story and your drama, stuff like that. What's your problem? What do I need to do to fix your problem? And how can I help you? Just like when a doctor comes in, a doctor doesn't need to know about your stress and your work life and your sex life with your husband. You don't need to know all that, right? Come in here. What's going on with you? What's the problem? How can I fix your problem? Let's move on. Okay.
Why are you here today? And they'll ask you that. What brought you here today? That's funny because they want to let you know today. I'm not entering all that. What brought you here? Why are you here to see me today? And Dr. Andre put it plainly because, I came so rough with it like you don't have nothing to do with them. Cut them off. I didn't mean it that. I mean unplug. Unplug the relationship that you have with that person because it's toxic, folks. It will kill you.
And as I gotten older, I've learned to not invest more into solving somebody else's problem than they're willing to invest in solving their own problems.
Right.
Okay, if you're happy
Yeah.
with the
Yes,
problem,
bingo.
if you're happy in the mess and the problem and the drama, and a lot of people are happy in their drama. Okay, you're happy in your drama. You like to live the life the way you like to live, and that's okay. I'm not trying to impose how I live or what I think or what I feel on you, because whatever you're doing is good for you. Okay, because you're not invested in solving it. Now, if you're invested in solving that problem, then we can find the ways where I can help you to come in and actually put more my time and energy into investing in when you solve your problem. But if you're not investing in solving it, because
Right.
a lot of times I had to find that out, and I had to tell a lot of other my brothers to find that, especially for toxic women. Okay, number one, it ain't your job to fix her. Okay, it's not your job to fix her. It's her job to fix herself. Right? You can only be invested in somebody that's willing to fix themselves. If they're not willing to fix themselves or they can't fix themselves, you need to
Unplug.
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 Don't in,
Unplug.
don't
Cause
invest
some,
more energy into somebody that doesn't want to invest that same or more greater energy into themselves. That's what I'm
cause
saying.
some people they stuck on that. I
Yes.
mean, they don't want to get rid of that problem. Cause if their husband stopped cheating on them, they wouldn't have nothing else to talk to you about. But that's
Mm,
all they know is something negative.
yeah. Yeah. And
I had a friend once. She was always talking about her husband. They had divorced. He did this. He did that.
hmm
Da da da.
Back in the day.
So he came by, Keith, and he was saying, "Well, did blah blah? Did she tell you I bought all new furniture for the kids' bedroom? I did this. I did that." I said, "No, she didn't tell me." So when I saw her, I said, "You didn't tell me that so and so bought." Oh, girl, I didn't even think about. But she thought about all the other stuff
Yeah.
that he didn't do. You
Yeah.
see?
And this is something that shout out to Carolyn Mace. Studied her for like 30 years, right? She calls it woundology, right? People are too invested in their wounds, okay, because they get sympathy and pity and stuff like that, so it becomes part of their personality.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So they call you, and you become the city dump. You let them dump
Yes.
on you every
Bump
day.
into
Then
you.
you
Yeah.
get up, your neck hurts, your
Yeah.
head hurts,
Yeah.
your high blood pressure. You can't
Yep.
get it down,
Yep.
and you think it's because you were
And,
eating salt.
and they feel better.
Oh, they feel good because they done dumped. They got it off of them and
Yeah,
put
yeah.
it on you. I'm
You.
not carrying your burden, okay? Oh, I think we stay on, Andre. We have another caller. Go ahead, caller. Where's that number coming from, Keith? I think we have. Is it 214?
I
Andre,
think
are
it's
you
214.
323?
Next
Okay.
caller.
I'm 323.
Okay.
214.
214.
Good
Dr.
afternoon.
Anthony, hang on with us. Okay, go ahead. 214.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I saw. Hi, my name is Joan. You can call me JM. But I call my situation is it's similar, but it's different because I tend to be an empath, and I
Mm-hmm.
tend to I just have a lot of clingy people, and I'm struggling right now because I feel very overwhelmed with a lot of things that's going on with my life, and some of them, or many of them, were self-imposed. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. So I'm trying to work on solving some of my problems, and I have a number of health conditions and things that keep me from. It's hard to focus, and so. I just have people. I don't want to say I had some toxic relationships with my siblings, but I don't
Mm-hmm.
feel like anything that controlled me. But yeah, it's a several. But it's like one of the things is like when I meet people and they just cling to me, and some of
You're
them
an
like they
empath.
just.
You're an
Right,
empath.
they don't have nothing going on. I got a lady
So,
calling me from work every day, and I'm just like sick.
why
I don't
is
want to be rude about it.
so
I
why is
don't
it
want to
every
be.
so why is it
Go ahead.
every day? And okay, basically, and I have to tell men a lot, black men a lot about this, right? Why are you doing emotional labor for somebody? In other words, what are they giving back to you for your emotional labor that you're putting out?
A headache.
I'm
And
asking.
that's what I'm saying. It's such a fine line because they're not like.
No, that's not a fine line.
I don't want to say they're complaining, but say for
Yes,
instance,
yes, they are
right,
they
they
no
want
no
to spend my
are
time.
are they
Yeah, they want.
complaining? Are they complaining? Are they telling you about their life story? Are they telling you about their life? That's emotional labor that you're doing for them because you have to take your time out and your energy out to listen to them. So how does that serve you?
No, it hasn't been.
So in other, and the thing is, because we think, especially men, especially black men, we think our emotional labor and our time and to listen to somebody's problem, taking that into our energy, is worthless, right? So what you're saying is that your time, your energy, and emotional labor is not worth anything because you're treating it like that.
Yeah, you could be reading a book. You could be doing something that you want to do. And if you
Mm-hmm.
don't stop it, I'm going
Mm-hmm.
to go back to what I started out with this show.
Mm-hmm.
I said, many are sick. Many are dead due to toxic relationship. Pull out, run out, skip out, jump out. I don't care who the relationship with. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your spouse, your sister, your friend, your job, your church. Because some people out there in a toxic church relationship.
Oh yeah.
First, every day you complaining, you don't like it, you don't like what they did with the money, you don't like how this one did, but you're still there. Why?
You're still there.
Well, Mama, my family, all my family went here.
Okay.
People, come on.
If that's the hill that you want to die on, the thing is, as far as giving that kind of energy, that kind of, like, we call it emotional labor. That's the term for it, right? Okay.
Yeah.
If you're in business, how much would you charge for a half an hour of your time to listen to somebody's problems or listen to somebody's issues? Okay.
Right.
I'm not saying that you have to charge them. In your head, how much would this be worth if I charge? And start looking at it like that. So in other words, if somebody calls you on a daily basis to whatever it is, if you're not getting anything back, so in kind, then I'm giving away my time and my energy for free, and it's not serving me. Okay, so that means I need to cut back and limit time. In other words, if you're giving away a free sample, how many free samples are you going to give away?
Right. Because I can see a lot of pain in this caller. There's a lot of stuff going on. So let's talk. Why do you feel that you can't unplug from even if it's just for a month? Start it maybe a month, and then later on you'll be able to keep this person out of your life longer. What do you feel would happen to these people that you are allowing to drain you if you didn't allow it? Would they find somebody else, or would they get better?
Well, I think they have to. I think they don't want to. I think some of them use me as a crutch, and especially I'm a female, and a couple of them are men that are lonely and needy, and they're not. And so I have entertained them because, like, say for instance, they're not like, I have one friend. He won't always invite me over to his house for dinner. So he'll cook, he'll fix drinks. But I'm not interested in him whatsoever. I promise you, and I put my hand on the Bible, I have told him this 100 different ways without, I've tried to suggest that he date, and he doesn't have anybody. His wife died. He's a widower. And, I've gotten to the point where I'm starting to resent him. Now, he's nice, because if I got to take him he's got to have a procedure on Thursday. And so his family, they are, they tried to make me his plus one, but the bottom line is he is a nice person. I'm never going to be interested romantically in him. I have shared that with him, but he just seems like he's not even trying to do something. And I feel like I need a break from him because it is really affecting me. Like, I feel like, and I told him, I'm like, emergency, you're sick, you don't feel well, I'll come see about you. But I don't want to come sit at your house, and I don't want you to sit at mine. And it has been a source of stress for me because, I started weeding people out so that I could do the work on myself. And I tried to do it kindly and gently. And it's almost like, it's like one or two still kind of hanging on. Because, I don't mind getting out with people for a little bit, and you know how you release, and then you come back. And most of the other people, they get it. We go do what we do, and then it's over. But it's like, so that's the point is, I feel like I might have to completely cut it off because then
stop
trying
trying
to explain it hasn't worked.
You can't fix him, okay? I tell this to guys all the time. You can't. It's not your job to fix him. Stop trying to be a savior, okay? You got a savior complex.
And stop giving double messages. You just
Tell her one time.
Sometimes you just have to be upfront. If you told him, because who is the person? Where are the other people in his life that you have to take him for a procedure? What if you couldn't do it?
Yeah.
Sometimes we think we are the savior. We the only somebody can do that. What would happen if you didn't take him? You would feel guilty, wouldn't you? Because that's your personality.
Yeah.
That's why you're
Yeah.
letting people dump on you, because you feel guilty when you don't let people dump on you.
And it's a flaw that you have to fix, okay? Because your boundaries aren't firm. Where are your boundaries? You have to set them in advance, not in the moment, okay? How far am I willing to go with a person? Blah 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 in a certain scenario, and hold to them, because you're not holding to your own boundaries. But you can complain about, well, It's not. The thing is, your boundaries, your boundaries. Your boundaries are not somebody else's problem.
Right. Yeah, and you can't just stop going to his house, you know?
Yeah,
because you giving devil mess, he figure, well, you know,
if I can keep her around, I can wear her down, and yada yada yada.
I agree with that.
Stop accepting the gratitude. If that's not what you want, that's what he wants. You guys are on the same page. You're gonna have to say thank you, but no thank you, because you're gonna get a dinner out and some company and some wine, stuff like that. So you're willing to put up with that. If that's the game, a game, or that's a scenario that you want to play out, then it comes with a price. Okay.
Yeah, relationship.
And you also have to remember the one thing that everybody knows: action speaks louder than words. You're saying one thing, but doing another.
Doing another. Yep.
Yeah, relationship is like sex. Both parties supposed to get something out of it. Let's put it like that. A relationship is like sex. Both parties supposed to get something from it. And you're not getting anything from that relationship. But he's getting everything. But you have a need. You got to look at that need that you have for satisfaction, to satisfy other people. Don't become a people pleaser. That's what it sounds like to me. What is your name?
DM.
Yeah, DM. It sounds like you are a people pleaser.
Yes, you say that.
Well, I do, but I don't feel like everything is so cut and dry. What I mean? Because
it is.
I mean, it is, but it's like people, whether it's your family or friends, there's a balance, and there is definitely boundaries. So, like, if a person, if you do consider a person to be a friend, that's the thing. Where do you cross the line? Because I'm saying you can take all the romanticism out of it, but if you are friends to a person.
Well, it seems like this man that you're talking about is interested in you in more than just a friend.
Because you said that like four times.
I think you know that.
You do.
He's interested in you and more than just a friend. And I think you are aware of that. Am I right?
Right. So basically, you're saying that I should not try to pursue. I'm not saying you're saying it, but ideally, It's not going to be a viable relationship because of the way that he may be unable to see it.
He's already stated that he's romantically interested in you. That won't change. Okay. And so basically, what you're doing is, I mean, in a sense, you're taking advantage of it because you get something out of it, right? The thing is,
she's kind of stringing him along.
She's stringing him along. That's what it is, because you get a dinner, you get courting, you get company. Okay, you get company because you wouldn't still be doing this if you weren't. Okay.
Yeah, you're getting something out.
You're getting something out of it. The thing is,
but it may not be what you want.
The thing is, you don't want to pay the ultimate price of getting what you are getting. You want him to say, okay, I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you this for free, or I'm going to give it to you for this price, okay? There's a price that he wants you to pay for it. The thing is, he keeps thinking, if I keep paying this price, she's eventually going to accept my offer. That's what he's thinking, right? And you know that. You know that because you keep saying the same thing. Yeah.
I want you to purchase my book. Go to Amazon.com and purchase my book, Creating a New You in 6 weeks. I want you to purchase that book, and I want you to call me after you read it. I want you to do the worksheets. Write that down. Creating a New You in 6 weeks by Dr. Rosie Milligan.
Yes,
okay?
I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, make sure you do that. Yeah. Call me after you read it, okay?
Yeah, because I hear this from the other side, from the male side, and just like you're complaining about him, he's complaining about you.
Yeah. Okay, read that book and give me a call, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, thank y'all. Take care.
Thank you for listening. Okay, you
You're
guys can
welcome.
call us here at 310-928-7733. 310-928-7733.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
talking about when to pull a plug in
Mm-hmm.
any and all
Stop.
relationships.
Stop
I
trying to
don't care
save
who
people.
it is.
Stop trying
Stop
to save
trying
people.
to save people and
Mm-hmm.
save yourself. Pull
Mm-hmm.
out, run out,
Mm-hmm.
jump out, skip out. Andre say parachute out. I hadn't thought of that one. Jump in a boat and paddle out. Whatever you have to do, jump on your bicycle, get
Mm-hmm.
in your car, catch a plane. I don't care what you have to get out of the toxic relationship. Many
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
sick. Many are dead due to toxic relationship.
Yeah. Yeah. A
Get
lot of people.
out of.
A lot of people feel they're obligated to give something. Okay. They're obligated to give it. And the thing is, you have to examine it. Are you really obligated? Is that a debt that you owe somebody? Okay. And sometimes it is. Okay. Sometimes if you owe a certain amount of debt to your parents, to your mother, to your siblings, there's a certain amount of familiar debt that you owe them that you have to do for them. Right. The thing is, how much is it, and how much you need to pay? Because at the end of the day, these people are adults.
When is
Yeah.
it paid in full?
When is
That's
it
the
paid?
question.
When is it paid
I
in
know
full?
you took me in. I
Mm-hmm.
know you raised me. I know you had me, but I
Yeah.
didn't tell you to have me. Let
Yeah.
me back up here. I didn't tell you to lay down and do
That's
what
true.
you did and bring me
Yeah,
into this
that's
world.
that's
Okay?
hurt. That's it's your parents' debt that they have to give to you because they brought you into this world. That's their
Right.
debt, not your debt.
You didn't ask for it.
You didn't
So
ask me.
you don't owe them your life
Yes.
because they laid down and had some pleasure
Mm-hmm.
and you came here, whether it was
Yeah.
accidental or on purpose. Don't call up here talking bull manure to me
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I mean what I said. They got the pleasure out of it. So deal with being a parent.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to abuse me
Right.
because of your pleasure.
Yeah. Right.
Don't call up here talking crazy to me. Because some of you all are going through that same thing. Well, after all, I brought you into the world. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but and you ain't going to take me out. You brought me in, but mama ain't going to let you take me out. Okay? When is the debt paid in full? When do I get a full reconveyance
Mm-hmm.
of this debt that you
Mm-hmm.
think I owe you?
Yeah.
Okay? That go with your sister, your brothers,
Mm-hmm.
your spouse. Oh yeah, that time to unplug. Let me go back so you can understand. When you become physically sick, you feel tired all the time. And some people they don't realize they tired, they don't have any energy. Folks, that's toxic relationship and stress, even if it's from the job, from the church, from your kids, whomever. You got a headache, pain in your neck. You find it, you can't sleep, and you examine yourself and you say, do I have a medical condition? Is everything okay with my family? Am I satisfied with the profession I'm in? You start examining yourself and try to see where all this stuff is coming from. And it's when it's outside of what's going on with you personally, then you have to look at it may be something I need to cut loose. I need to unplug from. But there are a lot of toxic people. There can be toxicity in the church, at home, with your spouse. It's a matter of letting people dump on you. Well, close
Hello?
your dumping system. Go ahead, call us. Give her your name, where you're calling from.
Yes, my name is Suzette Bent, and I'm calling all the way from Jamaica. And
Hey, Jamaica.
I
Hey,
am.
Suzette. This is Arthur. Hi, Suzette. Good to hear from you.
Yes, I have been listening to your program for over the last 2 years, and I am so fascinated by the topic this week because I have learned over the years to say no to certain persons. Sometimes people come to you with favors and you accept, and those favors comes with a system of control that becomes toxic. And I was so relieved to hear what was being discussed this week because it is so relatable in my own situation. Being a single black woman, and not having a so-called immediate family and married, there's a culture in Jamaica where people believe that your time is their time. And the thing that they will say, "Cho, you know, no pick me." So therefore, if they call you early in the morning, no matter how early, you should be available. And if they do favors for you, it means that you ought to put aside your needs and your goals for them. And I am so happy that you're discussing it because it is something that I am gradually learning more and more to cut off some persons. Because when I am in need, they are nowhere to be found. They're no way, see them, hear from them. But when they have their needs, and I'll give you an example. I have a uncle that he had dementia. In Jamaica, well, for some families, we don't believe in putting our people in homes.
Mm-hmm.
And, we have this culture where, especially in my family, we spend time and we take care of our elders. Even when they go back to childhood days, we can relate to it. So we consider it a disgrace. Some Jamaicans consider it a disgrace to put our elders in home. And what is sad is that when you need the help and support of others, they are not there.
Mm-hmm.
But when they need you, they expect you to be there. Mm-hmm. And I have learned from this situation to start cutting off persons because they are not there for you. And I thank you for the topic this week. What is your advice to me, to someone who is still not fully, at the place where I say, yes, I have mastered cutting off persons who are toxic? What is your advice to me? That's why I'm calling in, because I have issues with that.
Have you set your boundaries of what you will give and what you won't give in advance?
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. That's your problem right there. Okay.
Yeah. And Suzette,
okay, let me write that down.
I want you to get my book, Creating a New You in 6 Weeks. Creating a New You in 6 weeks. Because it also talk about how to say no and feel good. Mm-hmm. Okay? How to say no and feel good. And it helps you to understand. I asked a question in that book. When you look at a whole day and you add up everything that you have done for that day, I want you to look at how much of what you've done was for Suzette. You hear me? I don't care for just conversation. Maybe you were just listening to somebody's problem. Maybe you were just talking to them through something. But I want you to look at, in the run of a day, how much of your time did you spend on Suzette versus other people. Right. That would be a starting point for you to take a look at it. And then don't allow people to make you feel that you're in a debt that you didn't apply for. I didn't apply for this loan. Okay, so I'm not going to pay the debt nor the interest. That's how you got to say to people, I didn't apply, what they feel like, you can feel whatever you want to feel. It's your problem.
Right.
About you feeling like I owe you something. I don't care how much you've done for me. It was mutual agreement. You don't owe anybody anything like that. And that's how you get locked in. What people going to say if I don't help Uncle Bob? Let people go in and help Uncle Bob. It's going to always be one in the family that do all the work and everybody else show up for inheritance. I'm just saying.
You're saying it right, Dr. Rosie.
Thank you.
Is that right?
You're saying it right.
Yeah, because I am going to get the book because...
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No,
I was going to say that people ask about, you give your energy to people and you're doing them, you feel like you're doing them a favor. And it could be family, friends, whoever it is. But if you're constantly draining yourself of your energy, how are you getting that energy back? I mean, you're giving it away, and eventually you're not going to have any more energy to give away.
That's right.
And, you can't do that. You can't do that to yourself.
So, Suzette, we have a caller here that wanted me to ask you, how are the people doing in the hurricane?
Well, I am in St. Thomas, and it's the eastern part where we have the Blue Mountains and the Jankro Mountains. But sadly, the south coast, where my father's side of people in St. Elizabeth are from, it's only one word to describe what has happened in St. Elizabeth and some parts of Clarendon. Devastation.
Really?
A lot of homes have been destroyed. It will take a couple of months before they get electricity. So the St. Elizabeth, especially where my father is from, devastation. It will take a while. Homes. We on the eastern end, we're trying as best as possible to see how much. Right now I have a cousin. She's in St. Elizabeth. We haven't heard from her. We don't know what is happening with her. So it's bad for St. Elizabeth and Clarendon. I know that the eastern part where I'm at, because now I have electricity, we didn't have as much damage as that side. That side of the island is very flat. But like Portland, St. Thomas, St. Mary, where we have the Blue Mountain Range and the Jankro Mountains, it is able to break the wind. But in St. Elizabeth, where it's very flat, right to the coast, the full blunt of barrel came down on the people. And I'm telling you, I was in tears because I know what it is like to be in a storm, in a home where the roof just comes off and you're there. It's traumatizing. And then the months when you have all the fruits and everything on the ground, you heat for 2 weeks, food too much, and then you have that spell where there's no food until a couple of months. So it's a very traumatizing time for the people of St. Elizabeth, especially, and parts of Clarendon. And we who are in the eastern end are trying as much as possible to help.
But Suzette, we want you to know we'll definitely be in prayer. We send our sincere, hope and prayers to your family, and to all of those who in those situations. But Suzette, I want to make sure.
My father.
Once you read Creating a New You in 6 Weeks, I want you to give me a call. It's changing people's lives across this country. Creating a New You in 6 weeks. It talks about creating a new you in your spiritual life, your physical, your finance, your emotional, or your sexual life. It covers every aspect of your life. So it's important. I must
thank you for this program, because I tune in. You are 2 hours behind, so it's amazing.
It will be up on
because
YouTube, Suzette. If you go to drrosie.com and click on archive shows, you can hear every show that I've done. Okay, so send your friends to drrosie.com and click on archive. You'll be able to hear this show, and it's going to re-air again tonight. I think at 6:00 p.m. our time.
Okay.
So this is the show that I think the world needs to listen to. You got to know when to unplug. I don't care if you're in the political arena, wherever you are, there come a time in your life you need to get out, run out, skip out, hop out. Dr. Andre say, what was that you want to parachute out, jump in a boat and paddle out. Get out. Get out of toxic relationship. Unplug, folks. You don't owe anybody anything. For me, the person that you owe the most is the one that you're not trying to please, and that's God for sending His dear Son.
Yes.
That's who you owe. But you're paying the debt to everybody but the person who you should be trying to please. Not man, not woman, folks. Make yourself happy. Nobody else can make you happy. That's your job. And stop letting people make you the city dump, okay? Just say, y'all can't dump here today. I'm closed. I'm in a new business, reconstruction. I'm in the building, construction business. I'm not in the tear down business. Because folks will drive you crazy with their mess.
And a good way to do this, because a lot of people aren't clear, and this is something that the Buddhists tell you to bring intention and focus on it is the journal. Okay, just journal for. You don't have to do it forever. Just for like 30 to 60 days. Just every day journal.
Okay,
If something journal, and if you're having problems with talking to somebody, if there's an issue, just keep it right by your side. Write it down. Just keep writing it down, and over time, over 30 days, read back through it.
And you know what, Keith?
Yeah.
It's good you can write a letter. I want
Mm-hmm.
everybody to listen. If there's somebody in your life that have done
Mm-hmm.
you wrong, or you have a beef with, and you never told them, write them a letter. You don't have to mail it. Just write.
Yeah, just write it down. Yeah.
Some of them you would say, I'm going to mail this to this one. But there may be some you write it and you may tear it up. But you will have gotten out of you what's been buried in you for years to somebody who you feel like did you wrong, did not apologize, caused you pain. Write and tell them how they made you feel. You don't have to mail it. Just write it.
Because you bring it into existence. You're taking something that's in the ether and making it solid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then you take those letters, and when you burn it or you bury it, whichever you want to do, then you have buried the emotion that these people resurrected in your life. And some of them dead and gone. And and they're still in your life. They dead. And you still pondered about what they did to you. How they hurt you. And they have gone on.
That's true.
Gone on to
I can
marry
relate
somebody
to
else.
that.
Yeah, they happy-go-lucky with a new wife, and you still, I never will forgive him. He don't care. He's not feeling that pain. You're the one feeling that unforgiveness pain. You're the one can't move to the next level because you're holding on. But he's gone on, or she's gone on. So, folks, it's a song said, it's time to make a change. We are the people. Oh, time to make a change. Yeah, it began with you, folks. It's time to make a change. Life, if people say life is too short, you're welcome, Suzanne. People say life is too short.
I bought all the other books on publishing, but this one about creating a new you. I didn't get that one, so sometimes you overlook the one that you should get.
Absolutely. So you definitely want to get that. Anybody out there struggling with relationships and struggling on trying to change, turn your life around to be positive, to make it beneficial to you. You ever felt like you were beneficial to everybody but yourself? Because you neglect yourself. You do for others that you won't do for yourself. When somebody called you, and I point out in the book, Keith, someone would call you and say, Keith, can you do me a favor? You won't even qualify. Your answer be yes. At least ask the person, what kind of favor? Have you guys ever been a victim to that? You answer.
All the time, yeah.
Yeah. Can you help me out? Yeah. Find out what they're talking about first. Qualify. And when you say no, feel good. Don't take it back.
Yeah, nothing personal.
Because I used to feel like if somebody called me, I'm losing my car, I'm doing this, I felt like, I hate for them to lose their car. And so when I got where I stopped helping, next week I see them, they're in their car. What that mean? Somebody else helped them. Why do you feel like it happened to be you?
You want to be safe.
Yeah. So, folks, it's time to, if you don't remember anything else from this show, I want you to to pull the plug. And when they come to you, baby, I'm pulling the plug. Pull the plug in any and all relationships. I'm going to say it again. I don't care if it's your parent, your spouse, your children, your job. Jobs have killed people. A lot of people die on Monday morning because they don't want to go to work. They're sick of that job. Can't take it another day, have a heart attack. Check out how many people die on Mondays. Okay? Unplug. Pull the plug. I don't care if it's a job. Plan it. When you know it's making you sick, go back to school or start looking for another. Don't just sit there and die on the job. Don't sit there and die in your house over relationship. Remember this. When your relationship is no longer working, or has no chance, underscore these words, has no chance of recovery after many attempts. And I say that, Keith, because a lot of times women will call me, they say their husband's been unfaithful to them, and they said, I promised myself and God if my husband ever cheated on me, that I would divorce him. Well, during a seminar once, a lady asked me, was that a good enough reason to divorce your husband that he cheated on you? And I said, no, you have to look at all the other things. What was he doing before that? Because I had a lady, I helped her do a book called Fairy Tale. She talked about she found out her husband cheating only because he told her, because he couldn't take it no more, because he had a child by this woman.
Oh,
and he didn't want to be in the mall and that child walk up to him, you know. So he told her. So what she said in this book, she said what helped her, took her a long time to get over it, but she had never put gas in her car, her husband filled car. He never missed a game with her children. Everything that a good husband could do, he had done that. So it was easy for her. It was hard, but it would have been easier for her to get past that. And he committed himself that wherever I go, I would tell you where I'm going. And you can call and see if I'm there. Because he realized he had to rebuild her confidence. Okay? But I would say to any woman that if your husband is making a vocation out of infidelity. That y'all just go there. Y'all heard what I said, right? If he's making a vocation out of it, then you have another consideration. Because then that's going to start wearing on your self-esteem.
What is your return on investment? Okay, why are you there? What are you getting out of the relationship? And what's your return on investment? If fidelity and monogamy is important to you, why does it stand on your square? If I said if my ex cheated on me, I was going to leave, and that was my boundary, that's my promise to myself. Guess what I'm going to do?
Absolutely.
I'm going to leave. I will take the penalty.
Right. You guys can go to YouTube, Dr. Rosie YouTube channel, please, Dr. Rosie YouTube channel, and listen at all the shows too. And Keith, you're absolutely right. And some people say, well, if you're going to forgive me, don't bring it up. No, you messed up. I'm gonna bring it up till I'm gonna bring it up now. The woman gonna bring it up, so you might as well get used to it. That's the penalty you have to pay.
And that's the penalty you have to pay.
You gotta pay that penalty.
And the man has to decide when am I willing to put up with this until whatever. Okay.
That's right.
And is it worth it? Is it worth it for me to stay in it? I'll tell a man, if you cheated and you don't want to hear it, man, just take your penalty and walk. Okay.
That's right. And don't tell her to get over it. Don't bring it up.
No. Don't. She ain't gonna get over it. She's gonna bring it up. Blah blah blah. I said, hey, you know what? I screwed up. I messed up. I understand that you got to leave. Hey.
Yeah. And don't say if you forgave me, then you shouldn't bring it up no more. She gonna bring it up. Okay?
She's gonna bring it up. Yeah.
But you can ride the tides out and fix their relationship if you're patient, because that's what happened with this family.
Yeah.
They fixed it. He knew. I mean, she wanted to know everything, what the woman looked like, and they're gonna ask a whole bunch of questions. But folks, jump out of and if it's worth it, sure. Yeah. But I'm gonna say it again: if he making a vocation out of,
and I want to say this, Dr. Rosie. A lot of people feel like they have to win. Don't feel like you have to win. It's not. It's not a competition. Right. You don't have to win.
Right.
You just have to let go, because it's never going to change.
Right. And don't go tit for tat. Well, what's fair for the gamble is fair for the goose. Yeah. Why am I going to go out and commit infidelity because my husband did?
Because that's what you wanted to do anyway. Stop trying to blame it on him. He just gave you permission to do it anyway.
Didn't nobody say all that. Okay.
Okay. All right. It's your show, Dr. Rosie. I tell, because I had to counsel a lot of guys, right? A lot of guys that cheated and got divorced and blah, blah, blah. And I said, okay, are you still with the woman that you cheated with? No. So how long were you with her after your wife left you?
She left.
How long were you with the woman? And he said, well, I really, like a month or two after my wife left, I left her too. I said, so what you did was cheated so that you can get out of that marriage instead of just getting out of the marriage.
Wow. I told you men didn't have good sense.
Whatever it is that he got in the marriage and he didn't want to be there. Okay, instead of he didn't want to he wanted her to leave. He didn't want to leave.
Yeah.
So he set it up a situation where she would leave. Okay.
So neither one of them want to say goodbye, folks. That does not make sense at all. You're hurting yourself.
Sometimes
because you're not giving, you're not pouring yourself into. When you're ready to go, the marriage end right there.
Yeah.
You're not sleeping together.
Yeah.
You're not having wholesome conversation, and that doesn't make sense. When it's over, you know it's over, then you're not doing anybody any favor, yourself or that person. So if people say life is too short, I said life is long. So I have plenty of time to do what I need to do. So folks, unplug from these unhealthy relationships. I don't care who it is. I don't care where it is. It will kill you. It will make you sick. It will cause you to be in the hospital. It can make other people around you don't want to be bothered because of your attitude. You become unhappy. And what are some of the mental symptoms? Toxic relationship, you're sad. It makes you depressed. It makes you, some women, they get depressed. They go out spending money trying to solve that depression. It make you bankrupt. It make you fat. Or it can make you skinny. It can make you lose weight that you look like you sick. Or it can make you gain weight and look like a blimp. That kind of rhyme, huh?
Yeah.
Dr. Rosie, stop.
We could talk about
but
this.
I like it. I like it.
You like that? What the Bible say about that, Shawana? You want to always give us.
I don't know, but he said, but the Bible does say, don't let someone take advantage of you.
The Bible said that, Shawana. Come on now, did the Bible say that? Well, it said, "Do unto others, you have them do unto you." So maybe,
I guess that is the one I should have thought about.
If you follow the Bible,
threw me away.
if both, it be equally yoked. If you both follow the Bible, you shouldn't get into this stuff in the first place.
Right. Wow. Somebody put in here when you letting people take advantage of you in relationship that you need to get out. He said retail therapy. I guess that means you in the shopping center buying stuff, spending money on stuff that you should be saving.
It could be. A lot of times you don't want to face. A lot of people I've counseled, they don't want to face the truth about themselves, and that's the real problem. Okay. It's more comfortable. Blaming others. It's more comfortable staying in situations. You have to look at what you're lacking, and a lot of times it's a lot easier to hide in that relationship, no matter how toxic it is, rather than face yourself. When it happens.
Well, folks don't ever feel like, if I get out of this one, it won't be another. You're better off without another one than to be in that one if it's not working for you. Get out, run out, skip out, hop out, pull out. Do what you got to do and live this thing called life, the one that God had meant for you.
Give them your 2 weeks notice and leave.
Yes. All right, you guys, we got to end this show. It's been wonderful. Same time next week. Tune in. You don't know what we're going to talk about, but whatever it is, I bet you it's going to be something that you can benefit from. Have a great day from Keith Swanson and Tawana Bordenay and from your host, Dr. Rosa Milligan. We love you. Have a great one. Stay cool. Stay out of the sun.